There we go. Hey. So, I've started the stream. If you looked at the title, you can see, it says A, let's talk. You might be wondering, what are we talking about? And don't worry, it's not anything bad. Well, it kinda is. But it's nothing that you should be worried about. Hang on, let me pull up the stream. I'm trying to procrastinate. Just give me a sec. Give me a sec. One quick moment. Hang on. It'll get there. It'll get there. I've started the stream. If you looked at the title. Okay. Now you're wondering, okay, why'd you start the stream? What do you want to talk about? Guys, 1 year ago, Goomer and me, mainly Goomer, he got up a server and was like, dude, let's start an SMP. And I went, okay. And, oh man, I gotta check because we didn't really know, like, it kind of came up as, like, an idea first. It was just like, hey, we start something like some sort of SMP. It actually used to be, like, in the beginning, it was going to be, like, a fans server. Like that. But we were having, like, a lot of trouble finding people to do it with. Like, I think eventually it just got back down to me, him, and Crate, if you guys remember him. Jeez, that good. We only had, like, I think, like, a handful of people at the start. Or maybe... No. Because I remember, I think we started it before Goomer got raided by, Dan. But I remember, I think it was me, Goomer, Vahe, Taylor, Cheesy. Oh, crap. There's one more person. I know there's. Maybe there isn't. Actually, yeah, I think it was us 5 at the beginning. Ooh. And, that's when we're like, yeah, oh, dang. We, it was like an SMP then, I think. I don't know. It's been a while. But, goodness me. It's already been a year since we, like, started it. Oh my gosh. I remember now. It was on, like, the Halloween video, or maybe a little bit after. Goomer did a thing to where it was, like, he posted a short video of, like, I have, like, a little thing. Some sort of forum. I don't know. But I remember it would interview you, or it'd ask you. I joined later in. Yeah. You joined, like, after the raid. But I remember. Oh, it's mending. Sorry, my brain is farting right now. But yeah, you do the little forum thing, and you'd answer it, and then Goomer would look at it, and depending on the forum, like on what you said in it, there was like one question, I think, that if you answer like in a certain way, like you'd be instantly denied. I think it was something on like, how do you feel about like LGBTQ, I think. Something like that. Hang on, wait. No. Time. Set. Day. I know, excuse me, I know my commands. But you do that, and once you got into the server, like the Discord server, either me or him would interview you. Most of the time it'd be him, and I'd just be there. Because, I never really remembered the questions. But yeah, I remember that's how you got in. And we still use that tactic for, like, continuing on. What the frick? But geez, I remember it all started off 6 guy. It was, and I remember, like, I think Vahek had killed someone. I think it was Todd. And took his stuff. And I remember that, and, like, we started hunting him down. I think I killed him, like, I had killed Vahek eventually, and took the stuff back. And then Vahek would, like, start, like, killing, like, the dogs, or something like that. Hold up. Okay. Oh, is that like a... It looks like a duck. Look at that. Interesting. Anyways, but I remember that that's like the... It wasn't very peaceful for long. I remember me and Goomer like went into hiding. And I remember I had built like this one little shack. Just as like a little starter thing. And then that turned into like the CC base. I think it was like Crafting Table Club or whatever. It was just me and Goomer at that time, and then we like started, I don't know. And then everything happened, and it was really fun. I remember. But sadly, you know, since it's kind of died down, and it's been, here, I'm gonna check how long it's been since I did an SMP stream. Oh. Uh-oh. Stuff is lagging. I'm gonna have to close a few things here. Don't need Roblox. YouTube, come on. Don't be like this. You're not. Oh, I know that tab has the stream open. I'm gonna just open up a new tab at YouTube. You'll get there. Things are being slow right now. Give me a sec. Oh, wait. Let's have some tunes, yeah? Hang on. There we go. Tommy, if you're still here, let me know in chat if the music is too loud or too quiet. Give me a sec, I'll get there. Okay. Videos. Okay, yeah. It hasn't been too long. Not as long as, Wait a minute. Okay, wait. Wait, what? Where's my freaking other grounded stream? Dynamo. Small game back. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna check my statement from my grounded stream. It wasn't like 6 months since I last streamed grounded. It was 3 months. But still, that's the same for Perseverance. I last streamed it 3 months ago, and I think that's when I died. And let me check Goomer's channel, see when he last streamed it. It should be easy to find considering he hasn't streamed in a while. Ugh. Yeah, the Day of Reckoning. 2 months ago. And I remember he was gonna do something with Kale. I'll ask him later if he wants to join. I don't know. Anyways, either from that, yeah, no, 2 months ago was the last recorded thing of, or last streamed thing of Perseverance SMP. But yeah, I hate to say this, but you know, it is. What the frick? Why can't you see this snail guy? What? I'm gonna just move Minecraft above that real quick. Okay, anyways, but yeah, it is ending. I don't, cause I remember Goomer was gonna do something with Kale, but they just never got to it, sadly. Uh-oh. Okay, you can still see in here. You know, I might just turn down my render distance. I don't need that much. You don't hear a thing? Hold up. Hey, wait. Okay, yeah. I'll turn it up. Everything's being slow right now. Goodness me. Alright, let me know if that's good. Or if it's too loud now. Just let me know. Frick, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, they're gonna do something, but they just never got to it, I think. Kale would always be busy, and then when Kale wasn't busy, I think Goomer was. It was some whole situation like that. But, excuse me. The whole thing was really fun. I, enjoyed it while it lasted. Yeah, working... To be fair, I never did much of, like, the planning. I like, threw in some ideas there and then. But that, I think, that goes mostly to Goomer and Cal, for that. And usually, Goomer would, like, hit me up and be like, okay, we got a few ideas for lore. And he'd, like, call me and we'd talk about it and, like, set up dates for when we would be able to... I died a rose. Oh, yeah, that's right. But we'd set up, like, certain dates on when we'd be able to do the lore, and we'd check it and see if everybody would be available at that date. If they weren't, you know, we'd change, blah, blah, stuff like that. And I remember, depending on what the lore was, I'd always be, like, super nervous. Or not always, but like if it was like some intense stuff, like if I had to fight people or if I had to sneak around, something like that. I don't know. I can't really tell, but I don't know if you'd be able to hear like the shakiness whenever I would be very nervous. Like I remember whenever Goomer had killed me the first time, like in Perseverance, like when me and Finnegan Finnegan was blowing up the base. I remember, I was so scared for that. I was supposed to fight back. I was supposed to bring my good stuff. I think I was just thinking, like, if I die, I wouldn't get it back. Or it'd, like, take some stuff. But, yeah. I certainly made my fair share of mistakes in this SMP. I might not be able to remember all of them. That's one of the ones that I mainly remember. If I look back in the streams, I'll be able to tell. Because I remember if I usually did something wrong. Like, after streams, me and Goomer would, like, talk in a call for a little bit. And, like, you know, talk about what we just did in the SMP and stuff like that. Yeah. It was always really fun. And then we'd always... There were definitely a lot of, decent amount of times where we'd just play, like, off-stream. Like, no lore would be done, obviously. It would just be us messing around, really. I don't think we ever streamed it, but after me and Goomer had gotten married in Water honeymoon trip, and I'm pretty sure I remember for certain, either if it was my idea or his, but I know for sure we didn't stream it, I think. But that's when I had made, if you go back to my first stream, like near the end I started reading like the book that me and him had written on our little honeymoon. Yeah, it's probably why you could tell I was getting like all sad and stuff like that. I remember. Goodness me. Gamer would always say like, "Oh my gosh, dude. I don't know how you'd be able to do that." Or like how you'd be able to like genuinely cry, and it's just, I don't know. Usually for me, whenever sad stuff would happen, okay, I've been able to hold stuff back recently, but back then it would be very easy for me to cry like at a show if somebody died, or if like some sort of pet died. I would usually be able to, and I probably still would be able to, you know, maybe might just as easily. I don't know. I haven't watched many things on where people die. in anything, so I'd have to. I'll let you know next time I watch some sort of movie. You know, the movies always have like some sort of death. Maybe not all movies, but still. But yeah, no, I would just treat it like as if I were watching a movie. Because it kind of was a movie, even from, like, the acting view. It was just the same, except you were in it. You were a character, and you'd have to, like, keep it together sometimes. Like, you know, like, if you're gonna laugh, or if you're, you know, like, gotta do something that doesn't involve the lore, or if you're gonna, like, I don't know, display some sort of emotion that you're not supposed to be displaying. Actually, no, usually this thing was mostly improv. Like, we just have, like, some sort of set thing, like I said. Like, Goomer and Kale would probably, like, talk about stuff I don't really know. Or me and Goomer would, like, come up with ideas, and we'd have, like, that thing, and that was the main thing that we had to either work towards or do straight away. And then the rest of it was, like, improv. For me, at least. Like, I just...
Yeah, like, it was kind of difficult with some of the improv to think of it up on the spot.
Yeah.
Especially when someone asks you, like, difficult questions. Hey, I'm here.
Yeah. Welcome back. I mean, yeah, welcome.
Hello.
Goomer's here. Anyways, yeah, that's most of the stuff
real
from my
quick.
point of view.
Okay, real quick. Doesn't have to be the second, but can we have a second where we just kind of you turn it into like intermission or something for a second?
Oh, I can do that right now.
Okay.
Hold up. We're back. Let me get the music back on. No, I don't want to open that up. What the frick, Gabe? Hold up.
Hello.
Okay, anyways. Goomer. Wow, that was freaking crazy. Anyways. So, I came along, considering the fact that he did practically come up with the whole idea for the SMP, even if it was, like, supposed to be some sort of factions thing in the beginning. Weren't you, like, it was... Whoa.
Go ahead.
It was you and Kale that came up with most of the lore, right? Let me turn this down.
Yes. Eden was there for a little bit.
Who?
As, like, one of the people who helped decide us lore. Like, he actually played a part in a lot of the Flash Goomer original lore. Like, the stuff with, Flash Goomer arriving, who he is, what he's doing. A lot of that was from Aiden. And I have to give him props. I mean, we don't like him anymore, because he has some controversial beliefs, but he's clever, I will say. He thought of that stuff before Marvel stole it, so, like... No. Good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So what's, like, the plan, like, now? Since considering the fact that we ended it off on you... Like, you kind of killed everyone, and you were gonna go and kill... What's his name? Frick.
Sycamore?
Yeah, Sycamore. You were gonna go and kill him, and just, you know, we just kind of ended it.
Right. So the story is a bit planned out. Like, we do have the ending, and it has changed quite a couple times. So basically, I went to go kill Sycamore. He was summoned back, and I yelled out to him. I called him lovely names. But obviously he didn't come back because he had been summoned to work, and he had to go back to his job. He couldn't hold a grudge because if he didn't do exactly what his boss said, he'd be killed. And so one day, after so long of Goomer living through his peaceful life alone in the world, with his animals and his farm and his castle and everything, he builds anything he'd like. He builds everything he wanted to. Anything he didn't have time for, he does it. He finishes reading the journal of Flash Goomer's journal. He looks through everything. He does everything he wants, and he gets bored. He runs out of things to do. He can't. There's nothing for him to do anymore. I mean, he's done everything there is to do. He's got every achievement. He's done everything. He's killed the dragon time and time again. He's explored all the End Islands. He's discovered the Sky Islands. He's colonized the Sky Islands. Like, there's nothing for him to do.
Yeah.
He finally decides, prison might be an adventure. I'm gonna turn myself in. He goes to the Chitauri base. I'm not gonna spoil all of it. They are a little forgiving. They say, hey, we aren't actually that upset about what you've done. Sure, it was a little mean. You did kind of kill all your friends. That's a bit odd. We're willing to give you a blind eye and a wish of your choice to spend on whatever you'd like. A magical item that you can use to do anything, like, travel through time, or bring someone back to life, or summon Cthulhu. We're willing to give you this because you did us a favor. We were trying to hunt down this criminal. He stole our tech. He went through time stealing things from the dawn of time and the Middle Ages. He just kept stealing things throughout time, and we kept trying to catch him, but we couldn't. We sent an undercover agent, but he failed. But you actually did kill Flash Goomer. Thank you. Here's your prize. Here's the wish for killing Flash Goomer. Good job. Thank you. And then he goes home with this magical wish to be continued.
And are you gonna record this all in a video once you are able to and post it, or what's the plan for it?
It'll probably be video and not a stream. It'll probably be, because I've told most of that story through streams, but I think this one's actually going to be a video just because of the way I want to run it all, and there are too many chances for it to break down and fail like it has in the past.
Yeah. Oh goodness, yeah. I'm glad to know that it's just not gonna end off on, or you killing everybody and just that at least something's gonna happen.
Eventually, what was going to happen, an old plan for lore, an old idea for how it was going to end. Sycamore and Goomer were gonna have this epic showdown. Sycamore was kind of just gonna whoop me. He was just kind of win. He was gonna win for the most part. And then I was going to absorb the golden apple that gives me Flash Goomer's powers, and I was going to use it to restart the timeline. But we changed our ideas. I think this new one's better, honestly.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot more, because it's more of an ending than a continuation.
Yeah.
We've done the same thing on repeat for a year,
Close to a year.
Something new. Oh yeah, I guess on the first day we didn't do all of that, but still.
Yeah.
Also,
Um.
by the way, I think it would be a good idea for you to name the stream like Water Sack Anniversary or something. You don't have to do it now, but like I think it would be a cool thing to do.
I'll do it.
I
after this.
really wanted to post something, but I really wish I could.
Yeah. Frick. Oh yeah. What really made you like want to make like the SMP in the first place?
So I remember, like, around this time a year ago, a little bit before that actually, I started watching like FitMC. I started watching Minecraft Monday. This is pretty close to the time where I found Dream, but a little bit before that, where I was looking around. I was hearing about 2v2t, this epic anarchy faction server. And then I started, looking at some other ones, and I saw some really cool stuff that people were doing with these different colonies that co-produce, and I thought, that would be so cool to do with my friends. And so I decided to start my own faction server. But I wanted to open it to public, just in case, just me and Gabe playing Minecraft together isn't anything new.
Yeah.
And then I started that and I found Dream. And I was like, this guy's funny. Like, honestly, there wasn't any, like, super, like, big, like, oh my gosh, this is the best guy ever. I just thought, man, that's kind of funny. And I watched him a little. And then I started watching some other people, like Wilbur Soot. And seen Soot House, but I didn't really know him that well. Yeah. And then I kept seeing these things about Dream SMP. And I thought, well, I'll wait for Dream to post some videos about it. I don't feel like watching some streams. I'll wait for Dream to post some videos on that, and then I'll watch those. Never happened.
Yeah.
I eventually, one day I got bored and I looked up Dream SMP. I found video by Wilbur Soot. And it was called something like I Started a War on the Dream SMP. I don't remember. But it was like a summary of some of the stuff he'd done. I watched it and I was like, holy frick. Epic.
Yeah.
And it was right.
Yeah. Yeah.
The funniest thing is, stories on Watersack and on Perseverance, you will see war uniforms, which are very similar to the Dream SMP L'Manberg. But the funny thing is, those skins weren't even made for the Perseverance SMP, for the Watersack SMP, for any of it. It was made for my and Gabe's little personal world that we ran with frickin' Server Pro.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
We went to war with the Wither. Like,
yeah. I remember, oh my gosh, I remember my like, I think our uniforms weren't gonna be the same or something. Like, I remember we were gonna try to go
and you picked the grape one.
I picked the grape one, and I saw a camo. I was like, oh yeah, it looks like an American thing. And like under, just somewhere there wasn't there like a swastika or something like that? And we instantly, dude, I still have that skin in my wardrobe. I think, like, like freaking, oh my gosh! Like once we saw that, we were like, yeah, let's just have the same one.
No.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah. Did I remember starting? I know this is like kind of staring off topic, but I remember your like first stream, like with like a friend on like, or no, that wasn't your first stream with a friend. But I remember when we had first streamed on Kraken. I remember you being like really nervous and like, don't say my name. No, I don't. Wait, did I do something stupid? Because I remember before in like all the videos that we would record together, I always say your name. Like, there's no stopping it.
Like, some of them wouldn't be posted just because I didn't want to go through the effort of removing it.
Yeah, I remember. Like, I think it was like one video or something like that. I don't remember what it was on. If it was on like Splatoon or if it was on Phantom Forces on Roblox. But I remember I kept on saying your name, and you'd like just cut your mic, and you're like, dude, you gotta stop saying my name. And then I was like, okay. And I remember you're like, I gotta make up some excuse. And then you uncut your mic, and you're like, man, that's so weird. The mic just like, oh man, it's interference with the mic, or something like that. There's always the like my mic cut up for some weird reason or whatever it was.
Yeah,
and like,
we had that like a bit for like quite a while. That was just the
like,
thing that we said whenever we had to cut out. I'd be like, one moment, and I'd like yell at you. I'd be like,
yeah. Dude, stop saying my name! Cut up. Man, dude, that was so weird. Mic interference.
Sometimes I would cut the mic, but I wouldn't cut yours.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry.
So all you would hear is, okay, I'll stop saying your name. I'm sorry.
I can just freaking like one moment. Dude, I'm sorry, no, please. Oh my goodness. Anyways, back on the topic of, you know, perseverance and water set. That was always really fun. Just I was telling the stream about how like we have like some like certain thing, like we'd come up with some sort of lore that we'd like work toward, whether it'd be in the middle of us like doing improv, or it'd be at the beginning and then we'd just go off of that, or if we just completely work toward it and then it happened at the end or something like that, like something big.
Sometimes like entire story arcs would start on accident just because I decided like I'm bored, I'm gonna blow something up.
Yeah. Like just like I wanna do something that'll like stir up some trouble, and then like we like a whole like
I got so obsessed with attacking Aiden than the whole villager incident.
Oh my gosh. And it wasn't even him.
Technically it did start a little bit before that, because I was kind of messing with him, but he was like subject number 1. Because he always seemed so mad at me for me, like, killing him randomly.
Yeah.
And then what happened was, my sister got on my account and killed one of our villagers.
And freaking...
And then we went on, and we had this full freaking, like, CSI thing. Like, we were like, I think it might have been Bahak, because they don't like us, they like to stir up trouble. They literally started a war for no reason.
Yeah.
It might be them, or it could be Aiden, because he's been really mad at me for attacking him lately.
Oh my gosh! And then we had went to go and question him, and he was like, but Goomer did it. And we're like, this guy is stupid. This guy...
This guy is a dummy.
He's like, no, it was actually Goomer, dude. Gabe, you have to believe me. And I wasn't having any of it. We were just like, yeah, this guy's stupid.
Olive Garden. We were at the Olive Garden with my grandparents, and my sister's just like, hey, notice anything about your villager area? I was like, huh? He's like, I killed one of your villagers.
Yeah, and then he was just like, what? We blew up Aiden's house over this. I remember it. You weren't able to, and I had to blow it up. I recorded it, and then we posted it on your channel. There was no sound, and then you just see in the chat, and you'd be like, what the frick, dude?
Because the recording didn't even work.
Oh my gosh. Poor Aiden, man. I think he left. He was like, yeah, I'm leaving the server, and then he came back.
Yeah, because we told them. Oh, by the way, it was my sister. She told me at the because I was like, I was talking, a little bit, and then I kind of quit because I was getting messages, and she
Yeah.
looks over and she sees it and she tells me, hey, you just made me so mad.
I remember. I felt so guilty and so upset. Like, it. So
Like, got
he
them
was
out of it.
right, and we blew up his house.
Right?
Oh man.
But like, there was just a series of me like attacking his face.
Yeah, I remember. That's like one of the main reasons he had like left, because he was like, dude, he's always attacking me. This place isn't even fun anymore. And it was just like him and Tommy. They always said that, and then eventually Aiden got banned. Because what did he do again? I remember he did something. No. No, not that. Like in Minecraft, not the other thing. Like you had taken like his sword or something. Oh, and then he looked on your stream, right? Looked to see where you hit.
Oh,
Killed
that's
you.
what happened the first time, yeah. And we like,
Yeah.
we gave him an appeal.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! And then we did this whole thing on where like I took like the arm back and like did on. And remember, we didn't tell Aiden that. And he was messaging me like, dude, my stuff it's gone, and like he's gonna ban me again. And then I messaged him, I was like, oh, he's not gonna get rebanned. It's just all fast. And he's like, oh.
I remember like one day you like done some. I think you had like done something. I tried to give him a gift. I told you like a real. It was like an item that I found, and it was like an illegal present.
Yeah.
And you
Oh
just took
wait.
it.
Yeah, but I remember
And I
how
couldn't
you found
figure
out like
where
the.
it went, and I was like, but I don't think he's lying. And then you just meant like, you know this, like.
Yeah, I took it on my stream because I wanted to like so you would ban Aiden, because and I remember we had like when you were back, I think you were like off the stream for a while, or maybe I came back and you like I show you this is all of Aiden's stuff, and you opened up your chest and you're like, where is it? And I remember going into that stream so afraid because I was like, oh, he doesn't know, I can't tell him. Oh my gosh.
Oh, good time.
Yeah. Oh man, poor Aiden. He went through so much on this.
Honestly, I wish he hadn't had such a controversial opinion that we disagreed with, because he was good at the server. He was good at building, and he was good at making lore.
Yeah, and he'd be on like often and stuff.
Okay, let's kind of switch gears a little bit. We have been talking about Aiden for quite a while.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh, okay, you had like just gotten rated and made like it took him forever like, interviewed or whatever.
like that, I don't remember.
I
People. Oh, I remember what happened. I messaged him and he didn't message me back for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Was like, hey, I'm willing to do your interview, whatever, and he's like, okay. Let you know when
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah, just silence.
I remember like him and Kale made up their own lore, but none of them streamed at the time. So none of it ever like existed. It never got documented.
Oh,
We never made it super important.
wow. I didn't know that. What did they ever tell you what the lore was, or?
Because they wanted it to be known. They talked about it, but like never really got assessed very often on stream. And when it did, it wasn't really that big. Because what had happened was Tommy, he had been, so if you remember, he joined. He had just moved to this new land, thought to be the Holy Land, right? You know,
Yeah.
Great Ireland, right?
Yeah.
So, guess what happens first thing he joins? He's invited to be the priest at a wedding. Bit odd.
Oh wait! It didn't after that, like, we think he did something, and then we killed him a whole bunch? Or like, oh, he stole something, and then we blew up his part of the house, and he was always like, I don't even care! You know, just how Tommy is.
Right? So what had happened was he got brought to this wedding, and afterward goes and moves in with Ada. kind of.
Yeah.
He like it was weird, but
Yeah.
he was starting to get affiliated with Aiden. We reached Aiden, and that got him all annoyed because he's kind of partnered with Aiden.
Yeah.
And then, you know, me and Aiden are at odds, and he just decides, you know what? I changed my mind. I don't want to get involved with any of this. Kale, kill me.
Oh
This is later
yeah.
on, of course, but like he did the wedding thing, he stood up, and it lasted for months. And he comes back, he's with Aiden, right? Like, you know what? I don't want to this fight anymore. Well,
Yeah.
in a minute. You're still in mission. I think the stream's just behind.
Probably intermission. It's my thing's all laggy.
Well, it's also that I had the tab closed for long, and then I clicked back onto it, and it was like far behind. Like you were still in the world and everything, so.
Oh yeah.
Um,
By the way, anybody
like-
in chat or in the comments section after the stream is recorded, if you want to ask any questions, we would be willing to answer them. And if in the comments I'll answer you, I'll give you a heart and stuff like that. Because,
yeah.
like a lot of people who watch my videos are after it's been, like, streamed, so just free to ask any questions.
The people who watch after like comment.
Yeah.
Because you always streamed and you're not every day, you have some problems, you would live through problems and whatnot. Live through life. Sometimes it's kind of like a notification on your phone, check it, and just get that little break. You gotta have to deal with school, I don't have to deal with anything.
Yeah.
Every day like that, having fun.
Yeah.
Good life.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. Right.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Right, back on topic, real quick. I'm gonna stuff and then you can say.
Oh, not.
So, like they started their own lore. He died, and then he kind of stayed like an extra for a while. He showed up every now and then. He was on and off with the alliance to CC K. He was kind of sometimes for, sometimes he was against us, and then I
Yeah.
die. It dies. Kale is the leader, the sole leader, and he's running the whole show.
Yeah.
Well, no, definitely major flaws. He was also a deputy at the time. He wasn't
Yeah.
prepared.
And to be fair, I also wasn't the best team.
I think I had like a very clear vision, but I was so determined to not put myself in the spotlight because I was so publicly hated.
Yeah.
Like, everyone hated me, and everyone knew me as the guy who blows up bases and builds giant penises. So,
Yeah.
I wasn't super loved.
Yeah.
I thought game to be king, I'll just control from the inside. I'll just be on tell him what to say. He'll say it and everyone will love him. And
Yeah.
over time, I feel like Gabe slowly kind of pushed back. Like, I'd push and be like, say you do, and you'd be like, no.
No.
And over time, I think that's what drove me to hate this.
Oh yeah.
Like, because I was being pushed back, and I was thinking, I'm really in control, we need to drift it over. Eventually, I was like, beast.
And it didn't even blow up Aiden's house. It just killed all of us.
Mountain.
Oh yeah. And,
We really had to kill me.
and then the ghost period, and I died, and
I
then
remember
we're
one of my favorite ones is you're down to the nether. I am glad that I lost them like life corrupt. They had never corrupted. I love the nether area. It would have makes me so mad.
Oh, what
So
with the Soul Sand, like Speedway or whatever?
yeah.
That was, yeah, I remember that.
If we ever start anything new, you gotta make new copies. Like
Yeah.
one thing I'm thinking of doing in the future is a spin-off kind of. It'll be Goomer Game, but like they are the same Goomer Game kind of. They're traveling through the world. They're traveling through different like meeting, going to different realities and playing different games. Like some days we have Goomer and Gabe find a world and they play Last Life with all their friends. All their friends who don't remember them. Because this is Goomer and Gabe, but Tommy from that world is still different. And so Kale's going to be there. No one's going to question. Obviously, there's Goomer and Gabe. There might be Goomer and Gabe in their world, and they make a kid. Kale's just some person just so happy. Or he could just say, like, I don't know. a lot of
Yeah.
about it, but now a little bit.
Yeah.
So, the server's not completely done. We're not making any new lore. As the story has ends at whatever point that I don't want to spoil.
Yeah.
Everything after that is second level canon.
Yeah.
Which means if it contradicts the story, it doesn't count. If it adds to the story, sure. At this point, it's like whatever happens at the end, like, whatever happens after the story ends, is kind of the viewer. You can make up whatever you want, and only if you post it online and you share it to people through Discord or whatever, you will most likely love it forever.
Oh, by the way, our Discord link is in the description if you want to join. You haven't yet. You're talking about Discord.
Never go on the Chance to Shell. Never go on Chance to Shell.
it's ours, our signing stuff. But you know, you mentioned Discord, so I'd say that.
Wait, getting off topic. I love doing that. So sometimes I character extra to the ghost and server now and it's a little spooky, a little bad, you know. And then one day, you know, a lot of ghosts. We learn about this crazy way you can bring people back to life. The dragon egg, and the beacon, or some form of their power. And dragon egg. And this pulling this pizza on your phone. No, not mom and dad. Your dad and the guy. I'll fill it again.
Yeah.
And that guy, and then Tommy was like, yo, revive me. We're like, okay. I remember Lou resisted at first, and I was just like, fine. Okay, Gabe, do you have anything you want to bring up?
I brought up all the stuff that I could think of before you got here, and then also I had my little things while you're talking, so I mean,
Right.
yeah, I can't really think of
If you
anything.
can think of any topic right now, like for us to talk about, do you have one on the mind?
Alright, speak it.
I want to give you a chance to think you have something to say.
Yeah, no, I can't really think of anything.
I'd say Evan. Great, let's talk about him.
Oh, yeah. I mentioned him earlier.
This story is a bit ambiguous, because he never really gave a conclusive ending, but he did have one. It's just, I don't think everyone really picked up on it, because I got a whole lot of letting it all out. He had quit. He wasn't a quitter, so we had to do some very careful stuff with him.
Yeah.
Okay, it's up to you, but like, I kind of did a rundown of every part of the story with Aiden and Tommy. Do you want to, like, lead up to Evan's runaway?
I don't... As a character, I don't think I ever interacted much with him. I just remember the fact that he
Great.
had like a house
don't-
on the mountain.
I gotta eat.
Oh, bro, okay. Well, anyways, I'm gonna continue on this. I remember he had a house. You know, I personally never interacted with him that much. It's just I hear about stuff that's going on with him, and I wouldn't do much about it. That was mainly a good thing. I remember back in the day, I wouldn't want to like put myself into dangerous situations that much. That quickly changed, obviously, but I remember Evan just wouldn't play on a server much anymore. And I would do like challenges with Boomer and stuff like that. But yeah, he just eventually got